my patience to the test. Brush in hand, I wield the Emperor's decree. Each stroke a war cry, a hymn to victory. Thin your paints they scream, thin your paints they cry. But my wrath spills thick, let the heretics fry. Pain to conquer, pain to kill. Blood and pigment, bend your will. Miniature gods, rise from shade. Impact fury, rage displayed. Highlight edges like plasma cutting through the dark. Dry brush ashes, leave your mark. Wet blending storms across ceramide seas. Detailing skulls with apocalyptic glee. Thin your paints they scream, thin your paints they cry. But the Emperor's light shines in every eye. Pain to conquer, pain to kill. Blood and pigment, bend your will. Miniature gods, rise from shade. Impact fury, rage displayed. Rage displayed.
Yeah, buddy, here we are. We're back. We're doing it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. This is the Stargate Watch Party, Stargate Universe, episodes 7, 8, and 9. Grab your snacks, your drinks, and all your watch party enhancers. Get there, find it, do it, you guys. Episode 7. Meet me at 5 seconds. You can watch it on Amazon Prime and Pluto TV, I think. Hope you're all having a good week. Hope it's going by smooth. Let's kill the lights. Let's kill the music. Yeah, buddy, here we are. All right, you guys. Episode Earth. Earth, you guys. We're at 5 seconds. This is what I see. We're going to count to 3 and we're going to press play. Jamie, what is up? Here we are. We're doing it, bro. Get there, find it. Thanks. Here we are. All right. Everybody at 5 seconds. Is everybody good? Are we all there? All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There it is. How are you doing, Jamie? Hope you're doing well. Smooth day. Yo, I like how they do the recap, these recap scenes. they make it look like you're viewing it through a Kino video. It's got that overlay on the edges. Not anymore because it's now, but yeah, that whole thing. Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Keep the good day rolling. Bella Truth, hello, here we are. We're doing it. We're still here. Yeah, get her, Captain. Bro. Bro. Hell yeah. Colonel Jack O'Neill. General Jack O'Neill. Wow, dude. So we might be able to get home, huh? awesome, dude. Government suits, bro. Big heads. Ed, big head. Is that the first Wizard of Oz reference in here? That's not as good as it is in SG1, I'll tell you what. Bro. His bro. Bro. Yeah, dude. Like, what if they get my body killed out there? Like, I don't trust somebody driving my car with me in it, let alone driving my body without me in it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If anybody can figure it out, Sam can. They got to team up Sam and McKay, and they'll get them back that way. That's what the movie should be. Sam, McKay, Bill Nye, Neil deGrasse Tyson, they all hang out in a room together and they figure out how to get the people from the Destiny back in the Atlantis movie. It'll wrap up everything. Bro, that'd be dope. I'd be down. Hell yeah. That means you got the special features too. Nice, nice, nice. Philip Fry, bro. So he was watching Futurama, huh? Damn, dude. Bro. Bro. Oh yeah, he's done for. Tell him, Dr. Rush. Well, yeah. Wouldn't anybody? Hell no. Good riddance. As soon as I'm off that ship, I'm never coming back. Oh my god, dude, so stupid. So annoying. Drama. Wow. Wow. Wow, I'll be back. Wow. Busted. dumb. I was gonna say that seemed like such a fake cry. Maybe those really weren't her tears. Maybe they just, sprayed a little water on her. Stupid. Why? Why is it shooting? Are they still trying to like just kill the battery? Damn, that looks wild, dude. Damn, you guys, are we going home? Uh, and then the gate chain lightnings everybody. Damn. Bro. I don't know. It seems like rushing you, huh? Yep. Exactly. Bro. Seems like you're on no one's side. Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Bro. You sneaky fuck. All right. Next episode, you guys. Episode 8. Meet me at 5 seconds. The episode is called Time. Time. All right. We're at 5. Everybody get there. Find it. Do it. We're going to count to 3 and press play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. They're getting more supplies. Bro. Uh-oh. This guy's sweating, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude, Dr. Ish is about to lose his mind. What? I can't get back to my ship? But that's my ship. Nobody knows how to drive that ship but me. Foaming at the mouth and everything. Bro, what? Bro. Bro. Damn, dude. Bro. Damn, dude. TikTok, TikTok. Yo. Bro, they're everywhere. Bro. Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? Bro. Damn, dude, got him. That was wild. Bro. Damn. He woke up from his coma? How? Bro, waking up to everybody dead. Waking up to everybody dead, knowing that they dragged you here, they saved your life, and now everybody's gone. That's right, Jamie. Bro. So this was the alternate reality. And it came through to this reality. Bro. But for that long?
It's possible. I guess the venoms of various animals, snakes, spiders, scorpions, they've all been tested for their antibiotic properties.
So you're saying that thing that bit me can actually cure us, make anybody sick?
You fell into a coma. It obviously releases some sort of venom when it bites. You apparently survived, said you're feeling better.
But you're just guessing. And those things were, well,
Based on this video, people are going to die from this infection, and quickly. I know it seems like a wild stab in the dark, but I don't know what else to do.
we've all been exposed. Just a matter of time before we all get it, right?
How's that, Sam? How yourself feel?
No new liabilities.
All good to go, sir.
Cantina victuals. It's nighttime, and oh, hey, surprise, surprise, it's raining.
Those things will probably be out. That's too bad. They're easy pickings when they were sleeping in their mess under the bed.
Yeah, wait. According to the timestamps on the recording, you have an hour until the first team lost contact because of the solar flare.
45 minutes to be safe. How many do you think we'll need?
Hopefully, a small dosage of the venom will do it.
And alive.
Alive, preferably. I can't exactly anticipate the physiology.
Understood.
Good luck.
Bro.
What?
Her pulse is very weak. I just want you to be prepared. I'm not sure she's gonna make it.
Of course she is.
Red eyes.
Damn.
Why do people always wait until times like these to tell someone how they really feel? It's so stupid. I just. Screw it. We haven't known each other that long, but I think we make each other happy.
Oh man. Here we go.
Better. You don't even know how amazing you are. Doesn't matter. I've never had a best friend. Never. Never known anyone like that.
Damn, dude. Damn, bro. Damn. Yeah, dude. Reel it in, sucker. Oh, here we go. Holy shit. No way. Bro. Yo. Yeah, he's dead. You die within 12 hours. Hurry. There it is. Damn. So we found the second Kino after that. This is the Kino we found? Bro. So this whole episode that we saw was like an in between of damn. Damn. So our crew never even saw the first Kino where everybody died. We just saw this Kino where he tells us the quick story. Damn, you guys, that was good. That was probably the best one so far this season. Episode 9, you guys, last episode of the night. Life, huh? Meet me at 5 seconds. We'll count to 3 and we'll press play. All right. Same spot as before. Here we are. This is my 5 seconds. We're going to count to 3 and press play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Damn, dude. All right. So Chloe's still alive then, I guess. Everybody's still alive. Yeah. Oh, his last bill. He's going to start to lose it soon, dude. Yup. Bro. This guy. Sneaky snake in the grass. Yep, there it is. Snake in the grass, dude. This episode's gonna suck. Drama. Bruh.
Mind if I join you? You okay?
No, he doesn't have his pills. He's all out.
Just look a little tired. You getting any sleep?
And there he is. There he is.
Fine too. Thanks for asking.
I'm sending a team in to take a look. I need you to operate the Kino phone.
Tentative here.
Doing what?
I can't say it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I was told not to say it.
Oh, secret mission, is it? How intriguing.
Look, you're gonna have to talk to Colonel Young about this.
Eli, do me a favor. Have a look at your chest. Is there any insignia there? Anything that says lieutenant, sergeant, anything like that?
Apologize you were here.
Exactly.
I'll be down in a minute.
No, no. Don't bother. I'll manage.
He says he's fine, but I'm worried about him.
Your brother does others. Listen, I don't want you to do psych evaluations. Everyone, civilians, military, everyone. You need to be answering to anyone.
So you think Camille might want to do it? Being your job?
He took psych in college, right?
Well, of course. Undergrad. I'm hardly qualified for it.
That's perfect. Get to it.
I know, right?
Hold on. The door to your right. Try.
Bro. So you're doing fine then.
Don't touch anything. Leave it. I'm on the way.
Bro.
Lieutenant Scott? It's me, Camille.
Neural interface?
Upgrade
Hell yeah. What's up, 51? Welcome. Thanks for being here. Just in time for the last one and special features. You missed the best one, though, dude. Well, you've already seen it a couple times. The creatures. Those Goa'uld looking creatures on that planet. With the time traveling Kino. It's a good one. I know, right? Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, it was the last episode we watched. Episode 8. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, yeah. She does all right. Bro. Yeah, mm-hmm. Sure you are. Bro. Yeah, bro. Like, let me sit in the chair. We might all get to go home. Hell yeah. Yeah. She's telling her all about her travels on other planets. Not supposed to say any of that. Yeah, yeah. Now smell her a little bit.
Have you seen your parents? No point. They're not clear. I can't tell them who I really am.
Bro.
He fought in Desert Storm, didn't he? Your dad. You're the one who brought him up. What was he like? My mom's babysitting after school. This is her house. She died last summer. This new job, insane hours, but the money is really good, so she'd be able to hire a sitter real soon.
Oh, what's the job?
Easy. I dance.
My dad said something about you going to college. Becoming a lawyer?
Yeah. That was then, right?
Bro.
What? It's Charlie.
I need to use your cell phone real quick. I'll be right back.
You want to take a deep breath. You're going to find strength. You're going to go back to that ship and you're going to work with those people. Motivate them. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself back home. Because I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. Promise. I already did that 12 years ago. The only thing that won't be here when you get back will be that stupid chair over there. But I need it. I love you too.
Okay. So they just patched me through to Matt, and I told him
He was angry, wasn't he?
he's gonna need some time. It's hard to take in right now. But anyway, long story short is the mission that he's on right now. He takes care of him financially, so he's going to arrange to have his monthly Air Force check directly deposited into your bank account.
Really?
Yeah, that way you can quit your job, go back to school, and follow through with your dreams and everything.
If Matt wants to help us out, that's great. But, I'm okay with my job.
Oh, what about college?
Me, a lawyer. Yeah, like that was ever gonna happen.
Did you even try?
Tell Matt thanks. But I've got things under control here. He doesn't have to worry about this.
Yeah, this episode's weak.
Told you it wouldn't take long.
I've been able to access
You've been disowned, huh?
destiny, and the unmanned ships just sent out ahead.
You have dishonored yourself and your family.
But now I've done so, and literally thousands of kids have already been seated. Only managed to get through a fraction of it, but
A year away. Bro, if I could just get in the chair, I could crack the code in probably a minute or less. I'll just know it. Let me get in the chair. I'll crack the code, get us to where we need to go before I lose my mind. While the thoughts pop into my front. Don't forget to bend your quasars. There he goes. He's snapping. Damn, dude. Cat's out of the bag now. Everybody knows. Busted again. Bro. Uh oh, what do we got here? Busted. Bro. Bro. Would be the free the free water in the dirty glass that nobody wants. Yep. Yeah. Sounds about right. Rush lied. What? Bro. Why? Bro.
I've completed 14 psych evals. I have 8 more scheduled, and I think the rest of the ship's avoiding me. What's wrong?
Bad day.
A lot of those lately, huh? Maybe something else is bothering you. What happened?
That's what I said. Bad day.
Dr. Volker? Yes. Welcome to Earth. I'm Major Peterson. I got a car waiting for you anywhere you want to go.
Bro. Hell yeah. That's right. Bro, he's gonna snap, dude. Look at him. Bro. Dang, dude. Lost in space, you guys. Oh, yeah. Well, there it was. There were the episodes. We got some special features. Special features, you guys. I'm not too sure which special features we saw last week. I'm pretty sure we saw all of the Kino video diaries, right? Because they kept on, like, getting me in trouble. So hopefully the behind the scenes will not get me in trouble. Did we see, did we just watch the first two, I think, maybe? We'll start with the second one, and if it looks familiar, we'll switch it to the third one.
I play Dr. Rush, Dr. Nicholas Rush, and he is
Kind of low.
the lead scientist in what was the Icarus project. You're not sure what the guy's about. They dial the 9th chevron, they go to what they think is going to be another planet. Of course it is the Destiny. Rush seems to know that. When they arrive on the ship, the first thing they're saying is, okay, this is great, how do we get home? To which Rush replies, home. I mean, obviously I'd heard of Stargate, of course. I mean, I was familiar initially with the film, the feature film, many, many years ago, and I was aware of the Stargate franchise. I'd seen some SG-1, and it's, you know, it was science fiction. It's stuff that I thought, yeah, that's great, I know what that is, but not something that I was keeping tabs on. So therefore, why am I here? If science fiction ain't my bag? Because drama very much is my bag. You're dealing here with characters, a bunch of people who are not prepared, not trained for any of this. This is what this is about. This is what Brad and Robert have injected into this now, which I think makes it different from SG-1 and different from Atlantis in that respect. Of course, these things had drama, but I think there's more to be had on the ship. What's important for me, and always has been as an actor, is that you should never, ever play the end. And that's always the temptation, particularly with younger actors, but the older you get, the more you understand. The danger there is you play it heroic. You play this ultimate end, and everything that you then have, everything that you then do is kind of geared towards this heroic end, if it's going to be a heroic end. So for me, it's best not to know. It's best to kind of take it almost scene by scene, certainly script by script. I don't really want to know what's going to happen with Rush. I don't really want to know what the characters are going to be saying about this guy. I want to play the moment, and hopefully that moment will be played as honestly as possible.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain elements that I missed. One of the bad things about a promotion on a show like this is that you take yourself out of the action the higher you go. I can't say that I'm in any great shape to be running across a field and dodging alien lightning bolts. Somebody sent me a copy of the pilot, and I was blown away. I was a little jealous, to be honest with you. And I was talking to somebody else earlier today about the difference between the pilot of SG-1 and the pilot of Universe. I said all I could think of, the one word I thought about was envy, special effect envy. Brad Wright told me to watch it on my big screen, assuming, of course, that I had a big screen. That was so nice of him, so cool. And when Michael came on, he and I immediately set about to rehearsing and getting into some rhythm of doing the scene. And Michael and I just started going off on tangents and really kind of finishing each other's sentences and kind of stuff we used to do on SG-1. And it was kind of obvious that, you know, because Louis sort of fell by the wayside as well. It was a three-man scene, and it's just that obvious camaraderie that you have born of 10 years together, or in my case 8 years together, and it was great. Yeah, it's actually nice to watch the franchise sort of grow and evolve. And I was here in the beginning. I mean, that alone as a life experience was spectacular, but and I can't take any credit for what Universe has become. And you don't want to do a comparison. What you want to do is just think of an evolution of the franchise.
Damn, it's facts right there, dude. You don't want to do a comparison. You want to like check the evolution of it.
So it's 7 in the morning, day 215. But the day is officially October 1st, which means we're essentially, it's the last month of school because we end on the 27th of this month. So the end is in sight. There's that just up on this parade. Handsome young buck.
Watch how quickly he bounces into action, Ivan. Watch this.
Nothing will live up to the original.
There we go.
All right.
Still rolling. All right.
The grind is, you know what, it's the marathon. It's like you're in mile 23. So the finish line is within proximity, but you're on fumes a little bit and you're doing everything you can to sort of get there. And it sounds like a weird thing, but it really is the mental and it's the accumulation. I mean, we've been here since February.
We're ready, gentlemen.
We have to stop talking now, or you can obviously tell what that guy's gonna do to us. Trevor Bound. I've graduated to what we call the big eye sides. 25 years. This is your regular side. This is what you're used to. And now, at 43.
I hear that.
I've graduated to these. I'm a very. Anyway. There's the older two, me and Bobby. Thank you very much. I love these words. Veterans.
But you know, really, I mean, it's you know, sometimes, you know, I'll sense that, you know, he's having a hard time with the scene, and you know, I'll pull him aside.
Snap out of it.
I'll pull him aside,
Dude,
and I'll be like, you know, Louis,
You can't slack like this.
This next time, this next take, I mean,
Yeah, pay attention.
You know, just
wake up.
This is acting 101 here. You know, you let me.
You know, having switched my name, I really wanted to fight for the and introducing Louis Ferreira credit, but
You should have done that, yeah.
that would have been awesome.
Fresh face.
Yeah.
Is there a Stargate in here still? There it is.
Atlantis?
Wow, that's trippy, right? That's the Atlanta Stargate?
Bro.
Oh, wow, this is a pretty cool set. So what was this? This is the home base? Let's go look at the Stargate, because I think this Stargate is smaller. The SGU is bigger.
The SGU is smaller.
SGU is smaller?
This one is small. This one is larger than the SG1 gate as well.
Really? So the Atlantis, we learned something. Atlantis had the biggest Stargate.
That's correct.
There's a joke there. Without the SG1 and without the Atlantis, there would be no SGU. So the reality is, it's kind of neat to be involved with the bigger picture, a 15-year franchise, and you're like the third installment of. I did like the SG1 show. I really dug their chemistry. So I'm excited to work with Jenks and Richard, you know, and I get to play the Colonel. So they've called me up to set now. For me, my mom, who didn't speak a word of English.
Jackson and Richard, I love it.
Richard Dean Anderson's MacGyver.
Instead of saying Shanks.
Now that, isso que é homem bonito. Isso que é homem nice. She would love him. She would always say, now that's a man, he's a handsome. So it's really cool for me, A. And B, you're really dealing with almost like the emblem of the Stargate thing. It's him. He's the man who made it all happen. He had that persona and that charisma that no one else can do. So I'm really like thrilled to be working with him. So here I am on the set of the original SG1 show. This apparently was the original set with this was the main office, and I feel like I'm in the scene with the General O'Neill and Shanks, and I'm sitting there feeling like I'm doing a guest spot. Because I may have done 18 episodes and I'm bitching about being tired. These guys did like 10 seasons. I'm gonna go over there and try to pretend like see if they can embrace me at all as, you know, one of the guys, and see how that works. You know, respectfully.
Bro.
I got nothing. So one of the highlights in any day of an actor person doing this thing is the trip to the craft service table. So I think we should do that now. This is the part that's bad because it's very easy to gain weight very, very quickly on any show. Everyone look, gum, little gum pieces, cookies, Jello, granola bars, vitamins. It sets it up again. So not everyone knows about this particular section, but it's my favorite. Look.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Candy bar section.
Love the chocolate. It's a daily ritual. I come in here and I pick up a couple. Supposedly from, I don't have to. Hey, how are you? Just nothing to see here. Please keep moving. I got caught in the act on camera.
Are you working today?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Good. Yeah, I'm wearing this civilian stuff. I'm usually in the uniform. This is a daily ritual. Poo Patrol. They're both my dogs, Charlie and Giancarlo. Charlie's a golden doodle. Giancarlo's a pug of poo. Look at his face. Giancarlo, come, good boy. Sit. Sit. Good boy, stay. Look at that face. Charlie, sit. Oh, good boy. You gotta bring your family with you a little bit because you're here so much that these guys are like our set mascots. Come on, Charlie, Giancarlo. This is my room. I was not thinking I'd be here as much, so when I embraced the fact that I would be, I try to make it more homey. So I'm surrounded by my children, the loves of my life, my friends and family. That's that wall. My mama. This isn't my mama. This is why I changed my name. She passed last year. That's my soul right there. She is passion personified. And so yeah, your basic room. You got a little bathroom back here, little couch. You get your TV, little desk. Very basic, almost like a dorm. Oh, now we want to play some. We're gonna shoot some hoops. Let's shoot some hoops. So I'm gonna go back old school, 1984. There's a man in front of me, and this is the move.
Oh shit, not bad. Not bad for an old man.
It's not showing off when you're like mid-40s.
All right. Okay. Oh, damn.
So this is the vehicle.
I wonder if he's just really that, like, if he's just pretty good, or if they, like, shot it a whole bunch of times.
All right,
Bro,
peace.
this guy. You're showing your age, bro. Bro! Jokester. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you guys.
Thanks, guys, for sitting down and talking with little old me.
He made us.
Yeah.
No, it's a good idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's you know, you get your chance to ask anything you want.
Yeah. Well, you know, actually, maybe it's kind of a selfish question, but I was sort of curious about Scott. Like when did he kind of come into the picture? When did you guys think, oh, we need a young soldier dude?
He was actually one of the first guys we talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, the show.
The first guy, really.
The show was supposed to be about the people who were over their heads and were the fish out of waters.
Yeah.
And you know, we kind of, one of the things that we looked at when we looked at the other shows was that they had gotten to a point where everybody was an expert. They won every time.
Yeah.
They always had the answers, and they were like these superheroes. And we wanted people who would have, you know, dramatic challenges ahead of them. And so to us, it was about creating characters that would be, you know, really challenged by these situations.
Fish out of water.
Yeah, and I mean, Scott's still a trained, you know, military guy.
Yeah.
But
it's all in the potential though, not in the realization yet.
Right.
That's what I remember giving you a note early on.
Yeah, I remember
don't
that came up
go
in the interview.
too fast. Don't let him. You know, don't feel like you have to become, you know, the guy who saves it, because we want you to still be that newbie for a long time in this situation. And because the reality is, if you were in that situation, it would take a long time, because it's not like you're getting training.
Exactly.
You know, life and death is the training.
Were there different, I don't know, as you guys were thinking about Scott in the beginning, even before the pilot was written, were there like aspects of his personality or different sides of Scott that kind of didn't end up on the page, or did you guys have ideas about him?
The religious aspect of his character, it's something that it's there, and you're just kind of playing it in your decision making, but also juxtaposing that with the, you know, the desire you have to bed the most attractive women that come across your path.
But Stargate has always dealt with religion, and we thought it was something we always shied away from the contemporary
Christian religion
perspectives on religion, and we thought it would be really interesting to. There certainly would be, you know, religious characters who would potentially be involved in the Stargate program, but here they are faced with certain aspects of science that would conflict with those religious beliefs, and how do they reconcile that? Is it an interesting thing that we never really explored in the show before. I mean, even though we were dealing with sort of grand historical religious themes, we never really dealt with people who were literally in the position of kind of, what do I believe?
But I really like how you guys deal with it in a sort of a quiet way. You don't hit that, you know, you don't hit people over the head with it.
Well, I mean, I think that for me, the most important aspects of character should come from their action. That will speak to who they are in any given situation.
Yeah.
I think that from the point on of Air Part 3, we may know only certain tidbits about your past, but I think that if you surveyed most people about what Scott would do in any given situation, they would probably get most of those questions right.
Yeah.
And that's what's important is who is that guy in any given situation? What would he do faced with this dilemma? And I think most people don't realize how much they know about that character.
Totally.
But it also, speaking of character's action, it informs the audience a lot about certain aspects of your personality. When the first time we really meet Scott, and chronologically speaking, you're having sex in a broom closet with another lieutenant.
Yeah. I was going to ask about that too. I mean, it's been a sort of a controversial.
Well, we were talking
scene,
about,
which is great, actually.
Well, people were suggesting it was gratuitous.
We hate it.
Which I sort of had a issue with that. I thought it was actually incredibly tastefully done.
Well, it's not really how it's done. It's the fact that there was a scene that was about two people having sex, and people don't often understand why that's there.
Yeah.
Why is it there?
The reason it's there is because it speaks to
it happens, but we don't have to put that in my show.
He's made.
Yeah.
He knows he needs to be somewhere, and this is more important right now.
Yeah, and it's also for me, especially when we were shooting the pilot, is it's these two kind of polar opposite impulses in Scott. He's got this. He's got a sex. Exactly. I think it's something a lot of people deal with. It doesn't make him just sort of a cardboard Christian character. He's constantly trying to balance these two aspects of his personality or his belief system. It doesn't always add up.
There's two sort of different types of fans. There are people who want
Titties
their
and
heroes
full-on
to be perfect
frontal
because
nudity.
They want them to be ideals that they can live up
Shaw
to.
Ray Bush.
And then there's
Remember
other
that?
people who look at some heroes and say, I like the fact that they're flawed because I know I'm flawed and I can identify better with that.
Yeah.
I think the second case is more interesting.
Yeah.
And more interesting to write and more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Well, I like them both, and obviously we do because we've spent a lot of years writing the former. But this is what we're doing now because I want to do this now. It's more right now. It's challenging and more compelling.
But even the way that the show is shot, it seems to ask for that kind of.
Oh, it's all
ambiguity
it's
in the
all
characters.
it's all.
Yeah, the style of the show is to in some ways embrace flaws. We're not trying to be perfect with everything.
Yeah.
It's got a sort of edgy quality. If we get a flare in the lens, we
Whose
go with
idea
it.
was it to
Everything
put it
about
in
is
there?
supposed to be a little more, real.
Spontaneous looking.
Yeah.
Have you guys been surprised about that? I mean, just.
It's worked great, and I think that the thing that we don't
Better not be
give
in my
enough
new
credit
show.
to
If it is,
in terms of the
fired,
style
bro.
is how much it's improved performances. Not that the actors we have aren't phenomenal, but I think that everything we hoped for in terms of giving you the freedom to kind of act the scene out has really paid off.
Yeah.
I think that really shows that there's a natural quality to the performances that is really being helped by that style.
From not having to stand on a sandbag.
On overlaps, and
overlaps.
the real dynamic in if you're in two shots and it's dueling cameras, you can do overlaps, and people can interrupt each other and speak on top of each other and overstep each other's lines in a way that people do that people don't understand that television is an artifice, and that if you do it the other way, you cannot overlap. Otherwise, you're in ADR.
Yeah.
You find moments too. You find these real moments, these little magic things that happen by accident. What you're doing, what you deserve credit for, is setting up the situation for those accidents to happen. It's kind of accidentally on purpose. You're really kind of, setting yourself up to have these magic moments fall into place. Where if you're entirely focused on achieving that, perfection, where you're always lighting it perfect and acting in the box and the shot has to be this, you just don't have the time and money to make that work all the time.
Yeah, it reminds me of a lot of what we talked about, like when I was in acting school. It's like the difference between letting something happen spontaneously versus, planning what you think that moment should look like. And it seems to be reflected in the way we shoot the show, because you can get some amazing moments and looks and sometimes even angles because it's so open. You know, things happen you couldn't have planned for. You couldn't have been in a production meeting and said, wouldn't it be great if we caught this flare at the same moment that Young was thinking about his wife?
We do actually.
Are you
sometimes.
serious?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you you've sat behind the monitors long enough to know that like that light up there and the end of light, they really wanted a flare right behind him and for that moment.
But the great thing about it, though, is it appears to happen completely naturally.
Well,
it doesn't
again,
look like a choice.
that's the
But again,
Yeah.
I mean, where we found those moments is things like you're in a big scene with a whole bunch of people in the mess hall, and there's two cameras that are kind of roaming around. Everybody needs to be acting all the time. And so this camera just happens to catch that those people had a really, wry look on their face while you're saying something.
Yeah.
That places a great comment on the scene that you might not have gotten had you basically tried to set that up, because you just can't think of all those things. You get this sort of texture that comes from having everybody always performing, even when they're supposedly off camera, because they may not be off camera. They know that they have to be reacting to things
all the time, because we 60% of the time we don't know where the cameras are. Which is great. We were shooting something the other day, and Ryan was behind a wall, literally. You know those kind of grating things.
That happens. We do a lot of that.
And that's great. I mean, for us, that's gold, because something can be different in a take. Someone can even make a mistake, miss a line, but that reaction can still be complete gold, because I mean, shots that they actually pick. The
they're finding
that they get.
They're finding it.
Well, cool. Thanks, guys, for sitting
That was
down
fun.
and have a little chat with me. Thanks, guys. See you on set.
We'll be back.
Man, I thought it was an interview with the creators, not an interview about mostly his character. Last one, you guys.
Well, I am playing Vanessa James. She's second lieutenant. She's Air Force. She definitely feels like she's part of the muscle, like she's special ops. She's the one that'll go on the missions. There's obviously a divide between the military and the scientists. Not that she is a Marine.
Good
but,
Lord.
She falls in line.
Sorry.
So she always has their back.
There's just certain ways that you have to behave because of the essence of military. So then the exciting thing about that is when characters start to break down and start to push the boundaries and start to step over boundaries. And as the days go on and we're not being saved or not able to get back home, definitely people are falling apart.
Well, you're trained for this, Airman. Give me a...
She likes boys. She's human, which is what's so great about this show is, we're on our missions, everybody's doing things, but there's such a human quality to the show. When I first got cast, I had no idea where Vanessa was going to go, how much she was going to be involved in things. I knew that I was going to be part of the first 3 episodes. Beyond that, it's been episode to episode.
It's the coolest thing is to see how all the characters are developing, and every time we all get a new script, it's so exciting to start putting the pieces together and the relationships start growing.
The amazing thing about working on this show is it's not like a film or a play where you have a final journey. You have to navigate for clues everywhere, but it's kind of cool. You're learning something new about your character every episode.
The first season has been unbelievable. It's work that's all laid down now. There's nothing we can do about it, and it's enjoying the ride. So I'm really excited to sit back and watch and just be taken on the journey.
I'm really proud of it. I'm really, really proud to be a part of it.
That was it, huh? All right, well, that's it. That's a wrap, you guys. There it was. We did it. We watched it. That was disc 2 of season 1 of SGU. We did it, you guys. We did it. We watched it. We made it happen. We might be back here in a little bit. Maybe, possibly, I might be back for some gaming. Been putting off the gaming for a little while now, and I need to get some in there. So maybe some Crimson Desert, maybe some Minecraft, maybe something else. But if not, tomorrow, you guys, we'll be back for definitely some gaming. Maybe a watch party, a pre-watch party before Friday, but we'll see. And then Friday, the definite watch party.
You'll see.
Saturday, I'll probably be here. Sunday, I'll actually probably be here also. And then Monday, back to the cartoons. Tuesday, back to the 40K. And then Wednesday, back to the SGU. It has been interesting. Thank you guys for hanging out, for being here, for chilling. Jamie, 51. Bella Truth. Lurkers. Bots. Prowlers. Snakes in the grass. Appreciate everybody that was here. Your time. Time is valuable and precious. We'll never get our time back. So I appreciate you for spending some of that time here. Thank you guys, and we'll catch you guys here on the next one. Peace.